Good afternoon. It's Melody Lane. Thank you all for coming today. I am so sorry. This video was originally scheduled for Tuesday at 2 p.m. and I woke up to no internet and found out was a huge area without internet because some utility company cut a fiber optic wire that was in the ground, and we were all without it until late last night. So thank you for me rescheduling this and all of that. So today, and hold on, the chat, I'm not sure if I can read the chat from the Facebook. So we're live on my Facebook page and we're live on YouTube and Twitch. And I don't know that the chat on this, it says that there's a problem. So if you really want to chat and you really have questions, you can come to YouTube and ask, or you can ask them on Facebook in the video and I will try to go answer them later. Okay. So any questions, please feel free to ask. And let's get started. So today is a continuation from Monday. Monday I did a video of, what was I doing? Oh, showing you how to weed. Because I've seen a few videos out there where people thought this was really hard to weed, that they couldn't weed it. It's different than vinyl. You don't weed it the same way. Some people weed vinyl on their mat. You don't want to do this on your mat. It will be really hard for you. So I want to try to make it easy. Today we're doing a tote bag for Ronald Kruger because he is awesome. And if you watch my Cricut Design Space videos every Saturday morning, 11 a.m., you'll know who he is. And in case some of you are new to Infusible ink, I just want to show you a few of the projects I've done. I've done videos with these. This is a square coaster, the Cricut square coaster with Infusible ink on it. Isn't that like amazing? I love these. These things make me happy, and I understand I'm a little bit obsessed with Infusible ink. If any of you are out there, Infusible ink starts to be on sale Friday in the Michaels stores. That's this Friday, June 21st. I will be in Lady Lake, Florida, around 4 to 7, I think. I will be there at 4 and be doing some live videos, and Cricut, hi Alex, Cricut will be sharing those videos as well. So if you come out to Florida, you might be there. So this is another coaster we were experimenting with on the pens. And we have some shirts. I made this shirt in Utah with it. And then I was experimenting on the back of the shirt. Look at how this stuff is like amazing. Okay, so today we're doing a bag. This is the bag this is the one I did in Utah. And I want to show you this one because this Infusible ink colors would be beautiful on a white shirt. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it as much on the bag. These bags are really soft. They're not like canvas bags. Canvas bags feel rough. These feel smooth and they feel really nice. But I want you to see like this rainbow look. It looks a little different on the bag because the bag is not perfectly white. So I just want you guys to know that when you're thinking of what projects you're gonna do and what color, because the bag is a different color. Like this yellow, it doesn't look real yellow because the bag color. The pink and purple I think look great. I don't really like the green and yellow. So I just want to make you guys aware of that. Okay, and I have lots of videos on the Infusible ink. Let's get started with today's. Okay, we are going here. Okay, so I also want to tell you, I started this on Monday, today is Wednesday, and it kind of feels like it wrinkled up, and I was trying to flatten out. Can you kind of see how it like wrinkled up? Maybe because it sat out for a few days. I'm not totally sure why it did that, but then I just noticed, oh, I can kind of see where I was rubbing this down. Like, I think maybe I took a little ink off. So I'm pointing this out so you guys don't make the same mistakes I did, okay? These wrinkles were not here on Monday. So maybe when you do this, you should do it the same day. Does that make sense? And just to confirm, I'm not getting any, I can't answer questions live on Facebook. I'm not getting them. It's a problem with the software. So I showed how to weed, but I didn't finish it because I wanted to show more. And if you have questions, please ask and I will try to answer them. It is so hard to craft and answer the questions. Terrence, the shirts are made of 95% polyester and 5% spandex. And they work best on these shirts, but they will probably work on another shirt with that. But I would stick to white or really light colors. Okay, so here I've weeded these, and I did some of these in the video on Monday. So I'm also gonna, here, let me do this first. So I cut a little edge around here, and I haven't weeded that yet because I want to show you this is really hard. Like if I were to try to grab a corner, it's really, really difficult. Like it's so hard. So what I've learned is you crack it. See, I already did that. Is there a spot I didn't? Like over here, like you crack it. Now I do not want to rip this piece up because I want to keep this all solid with this part cut out. I want to take off the outside piece. So I'm going to crack it like that. Just by bending it over, you can easily do that. I could lift some of this up and then grab a hold of this piece. Now, if I wanted to, let me see. If I wanted to save the shape, because I'm saving, there's no waste with this, guys. You guys, I'm saving every teeny bit that I don't use because I can make another project with it. You can use this without the liner. I'm gonna try to lift this up like this. There we go. Okay. See, I didn't need that again. They tell you don't need those tools. All I need is my fingers. So I'm weeding this away. Okay. Okay, now I have this. And I could use this whole thing and just iron this on, and what's left here would be whatever color the shirt or the tote would be in here. Or I could have taken the letters from inside here and put them in here. This is a way you could do two projects together. So to weed out these letters, I'm doing them one at a time, weeding one out and putting it inside here. So this is how you want to layer. You don't want to layer things on top of each other. You want to put them in the spot. And on the Cricut help page, it explains how to do that. So when I'm done, I will show you that. So maybe remind me. So I'm bending this and just pulling this up with my fingers. This is not like vinyl that when you pull this up or iron on, you have to throw it away. You can't use it. But with Infusible ink, you can. You can completely reuse it. And I'm just putting it inside like a puzzle. Now make sure your hands are clean, your hands are dry, and there's no lotion or oil on your hands. Otherwise, you may want to wear gloves. Now, like I said, there's some wrinkles here, and we're going to go with that. We're going to test it. So you will know if you can do that. Otherwise, I was thinking I was going to do this, but then I thought I kind of want to see if it works or not. We could rip the whole thing off of this because I think this is what's making it roll. I think it's the plastic part. So now here is an M. Yeah, it's the M. The M's and W's look the same. This is the confetti font. So I'm going to pull it up on both sides. So I just bend that down until these pull up. Pull up a little bit. Should have probably started on this side. And then you can place this down. Is that it? That's it. Okay. All right. Now let's go to Design Space. It's not Design Space, but that's what it says on my software when I go to this monitor. Okay, I got this link from the description of my video where it says Infusible ink how-to. You may have to click see more or click the little arrow. Susan asked, will the totes and shirts be available at Michael's? Yes, the coasters, the totes, every single thing involved with the Infusible ink is already available at Michael's online and will be in the store, but not every single store will have everything. This is turning off. Not every single store will have every single item. If it's a smaller store, it might not have as much, but it is all online. Okay, so when you click on the how-to, you get this. I suggest you click see all 12 articles. This is really important to follow these steps. Now, there are instructions for each single a sheet or a pen and on the sample sheet even. Like you get a sample little, let me bring you back here. You get a little sample and I was testing out the pens and the colors and stuff. You get a sample with every single box of Infusible ink. So it even tells you directions on the sample. Let's go back. Okay, and Infusible ink, pens and markers on apparel. The pens and markers on a tote bag. So if I was doing it on the tote bag, I would read these directions, not read the ones for apparel. Pens and markers on the ceramic coasters and on the square coasters. Those are different directions. Please read them. They give you step-by-step with pictures. And then Infusible ink transfer sheets, that's what I used on apparel, on tote bags. So this is where we're gonna go. And then they have it on the coasters and squares. And then they also have an explanation of the pressure because some say gentle pressure or more pressure. And how to use multiple Infusible ink transfer sheets to create a design, slice, and set. So I'm going to click on this right now. This is what I just did. So they show you on here, they give you pictures, directions on how to do it. There's Design Space. So you have this, you slice it out. They explain all of that. I'm not going to go over the whole thing. You can all see it right here. And then you cut the different things out. And then I'm skipping ahead. So they have this sheet. They weeded that out. So they just have the dog. And now they're going to place the glasses right on top of the sheet. So the glasses will go right there. And, oh yeah, wait. Okay, so they put the glasses there and then they put the inside of the glasses. There's not a picture of that, but it's right here. So then they added, so that's how you can do two different layers. And do they have a final picture? So cute. Look at that dog. Love that. Isn't that awesome? I'm so excited. I want to do some things with sunglasses. Okay, now I'm going to go back. We're going to go back to this page because we are doing transfer sheets on a tote bag. And I haven't done that yet. Well, I haven't done it without help in Utah. Okay, it tells you everything you need. Step 1, cut it out. Make sure you mirror and make sure you read all of this before you even get started. Thank you, Ronald. You are awesome. So it says mirror it. It's showing you how to weed it. Okay, step 3. Now there's tips and notes and everything. This tells you everything you need to know. This is good prep time to turn on your Easy Press. I've already done that. If you have the Easy Press 2, you put it at 385. It doesn't say the timing yet. Let's click this. Okay, if you have the original press, you want to click on this and it will give you directions. We are doing Infusible ink sheets and we are doing a tote bag. Okay, 385 for 40 seconds. That's what it's set to. We need to preheat for 15 seconds with light pressure. Okay, I'm going to go back. Place cardstock inside the tote. Okay, we're going to do that, and then we are going to do this. Do not skip this step. Okay, where are we at? Okay. All right. I haven't even opened this. I don't know. This is 14 by 14, 100% polyester. I don't know what size, like, I don't know. They have 2 sizes of totes, and I don't know if this is the large or small. 14 by, I think the other one's smaller, right? Maybe 11 by something. Yeah, the other one I think is maybe shorter. So where'd my cardstock go? It's right here. We're going to put cardstock inside the bag, it said. And what that's going to do is protect it from going to the other side of the bag. Ronald says if you don't mirror, it becomes your selfie project. That's right. These bags are really nice. They have like this at the bottom, so you can really put a lot in the bags. But I'm going to put that out. Okay, oh, and we want to fuzz it. Not fuzz it. That's what you do with chocolate. You want to defuzz it. Chocolate, you add fuzz. All right, I got to get this off. Can you see my pink hair in there? As soon as this video is over, guys, I have to go get my hair done. I had an appointment for Friday. At the same time, I'm going to be live at Michael's. So I had to cancel my appointment. And they said, can you come today at 2? I said, no, I got a video to do. Not changing that one. So I begged, and they let me come after my video. Okay. Now, if you look at this, you don't think there's any fuzz or anything on it, but watch, this will pull some up. Because if you don't do this, you'll get fuzz on it. Well, you won't get fuzz on it. There's fuzz on it, and you're going to color that fuzz, and then when you wash it, that fuzz is going to come off. Alrighty, okay, we did that. You guys, I'm so happy I did that. That I remembered. Okay, now we're going to put the butcher down, and we're going to go back to the directions. Make sure your butcher paper is larger than your Cricut Design Space plate. Butcher paper comes in every package of Infusible ink transfer sheets. Okay. So what we're doing is we are going to preheat this for 15 seconds. And then we have to let it completely cool. So if you have questions about this during that cooling time, it'd be a great time to ask. Hello, Beard Adventures. If you guys don't know, Beard Adventures on the chat and YouTube is my son. Okay, you want this to completely cool. We did not preheat it so it gets hot. We preheated it to remove the moisture. And that is one reason why we need to use butcher paper and not parchment paper and not wax paper. Wax paper will give you a mess. And freezer paper would stick to your project. You do not want to use anything but butcher paper. It comes free in your boxes. Or you can buy some from Amazon. There's a link below. Yes, I could do the opposite design on the other side of the tote. I thought of that. Okay, so we're going to let this cool. Let me look. The reason we need to let it cool, let me tell you why that's so important, is because the ink transfer sheets, when they heat up, they turn into a gas. And that's what releases the color and the ink into the fibers of the project, into the shirt or into the tote or into the coasters. It turns it into a gas. And then when that gas cools down, or when the project cools down, it turns back into a solid that you cannot feel because it's inside the fibers. So we don't want to put this on with any heat on here at all. It's a little warm. Okay, let me go over here. Let me make sure we're getting all these directions. Remove butcher paper, let completely cool. Place cut design face down. Cover with butcher paper. That says 385, 40 seconds with light pressure. Let's read about the pressure while this is cooling. So I'm going to go back. Explanation of pressure. Firm pressure from a standing position. Grasp the Cricut Easy Press handle with two hands spread as far apart as the handles allows and press down. Medium pressure. Grab the handle with one hand in the center and press down. So if it says firm pressure, use two hands, kind of lean on it. Medium pressure, use one hand and press down. Light pressure, rest one palm on the center of the easy press and press down. No pressure, no contact with the easy press. Hope that makes sense. Oh, it's raining outside. Okay, I think it might be cool. Let's go. Okay, now remember, I'm not sure how the results on this are going to turn out. I hope they're going to be perfect, but we're going to see. So don't rub out the wrinkles. We're going to see how the wrinkles work. I think I'm kind of lining these up with these so we can see that. Okay, I didn't miss anything, did I? It looks all good. You guys, are you guys as nervous as I am? I'm gonna kind of just press down the outer edges. Oh, see, now this is off. I'm not gonna use, this is too small. What am I thinking? I don't know why I had two there. I think I just had two there from before. Okay, make sure it's all even. Make sure there's no seams. Like, I want to make sure all this is out of the way. I am going to be at my local Michael's in Lady Lake, Florida. So if anyone is near Lady Lake, Florida, which is right near the Villages, I can get there on my golf cart, but I will be driving because it's like been raining every day. Okay. I think it's good. We're going to find out, aren't we? Also, here's a hint. Make sure your image is smaller than your heat press plate. I'll make sure these are out of the way. That I'm not putting the press, these seams have to be, I have to press above this. And press below these seams. And I have to get that. Okay, here we go. I'm doing it upside down. We do not want to move this at all. Like, you don't want to slide it. Oh, did it say light pressure? I'm just going to push down a little. The letters are not Glitter HTV. The letters, I think, are supposed to look like asphalt. I'll show you the box. So this is the box I got. It's called Steel Plate. This kind of looks like asphalt. This is diamond plate and this is tires. Lift it straight up. And you're not supposed to touch the butcher paper. It's there. We got to let it cool before we touch it. Even these little pieces came out, but I don't know how that happened. Maybe when I lifted it up. See these little squares? I don't know if you can see those, but the ink is there, so that's good. Oh, I can see it over here. See, this is why you're not supposed to lift up the butcher paper. I think it holds it all flat down. Judy, at 4 p.m. Like, I'm supposed to be there for a few hours, so I'll start being there at 4. It's like starting to like peel up a little. But I want to make sure it's cool before I touch it. But it looks really cool. I was wondering what the diamond plate would look like. I like it. I know you can't see it yet. It's almost like it's starting to pull up. I guess I'm a... Oh, man. See, it didn't get good around there. I wonder why. Was I playing it with it for too long? It kind of looks distressed. And then we're not supposed to touch these. We're supposed to get them with tweezers. It kind of looks cool because it kind of looks distressed. And it probably did this because I had this out for 2 days. And I probably was playing with it too much. Come on. Let me take the paper out. So I didn't get a solid transfer there, but remember, it was kind of wrinkled and playing it with it for a few days. But it kind of looks distressed. Especially with that fabric. It turned out great right here. Did I have these underneath it? I wonder, I don't know. Did I have these underneath it? I mean, I had it sit, this was sitting out for 2 days, not in my, not in the box that it came in. Yeah, I think it looks kind of cool. It wasn't what I was going for, but it probably looks better than what I was going for. Thanks, Jessica. Did I have my handles under it? I wasn't even thinking about that. Because that would totally explain why this was there. Because you have to have, remember I was saying you have to have all the seams out. But even if one of these handles were underneath this, or this, so make sure it is completely flat. Yeah, they did say not to expose it to light, and I did. So, you guys learning? Follow the directions. I did follow the directions, but not the directions that you do beforehand, and make sure they're not in light. And I don't know if these were underneath it, because that would totally explain it, because down here it did really well. This worked really well, but up here, if it had just one of these, like this bottom one, and to be honest, I think they were under there because I pulled them out from under here. I don't know, but that would be why that didn't get pressure there. Peggy, I don't know if they'll start making fabric. You could buy the largest t-shirt and cut it up. Okay, Mama Disney looked back in the video and she said the straps were underneath here. So that would be why it did not do it. Even after I stressed to make sure the seams are not there. I was looking at these seams and not paying attention to where the straps were. So when you guys go and do a bag, you are going to never do that problem, because I did it and you're going to remember that. Yeah, I totally think that's what happened. Now where I was, remember where I showed you on here where it was, I was like pushing down the wrinkles? I see that just a little bit right here. Like I can see that's different. So I think that's for me pressing on this. Even though I didn't see any ink on my hands, I did see a little bit missing here. And I think that's right there and possibly right there. Or this is where a strap was. All right, Ronald, you're going to get the bag. Oh, do you want, what time is it? We got time. Ronald, tell me this. Do you want me to put this on the back of the bag right now? Do we want to try it again? So it'll say signs of awesome in the square. Yeah, see, Kathy says now do the opposite on the other side. Ronald, do you agree? It's your bag. I'm sending it to you. One thing I know if we do, I have to put paper here. Move this stuff out of the way. Make sure these are here. And, okay, everyone's saying do it. I really like that font. It's the confetti font. It's in Cricut Access. And I have wanted to use it for so many projects, but you have to really be careful on what you, be careful. What was I saying? Oh, on the font. You have to be careful on the wording, because sometimes I've tried to use it and like, those letters, it doesn't look, you can't read it because like the A is, it's a triangle with a line underneath it, and the I is that, which I like those, but, oh, I ripped the tape off and I didn't do it. Let's do this first. Okay, don't turn off. We're going to use you. Okay, we're going to try again. Let's pre-set it, get the moisture out. 15 seconds. Oh, thank you, Patricia. The white paper is not inside. I need another one. I had to put the white paper underneath to protect it from the other side. Oh, wait. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I was reading. Okay. See? No. Okay. Straps out of the way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to lay flat. I wait till it cools. I want to blow on it so it cools off. Yeah, I thought about using the tape. Should I use the tape? I might need to find the tape. Oh wait, the tape's in the donut. I got a little donut to put the tape in. It's a tape dispenser from Japan, from Amazon. It's actually a Scotch tape dispenser, but all the writing on it. It's only $5. Okay. Cool, baby, cool. I got 20 minutes before I have to leave to go to my appointment. Okay, everybody, all at once, blow on into your screen, into your video you're watching. 1, 2, 3, blow. Oh, Barbara Drake, great idea. She says a little desk fan would be nice to have for this. I didn't think of that. That is a great idea. I think I have one in a closet. I hate waiting. I'm so impatient. Oh yeah, I have the extra pieces in here, but you're right. Maybe I need to put them in a dark box. Think cool thoughts. Okay, I think it's good enough now. Okay, let's not put it on upside down. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need tape. Okay, this tape dispenser, just let me say, you get what you pay for. I think it's for kids, and this is not very sharp. If you want one for kids, or this would be a good way to store tape. It comes with tape in it too. It comes with Scotch tape. Oh, I pulled another piece off. Let's just go ahead, put it up here. I think the rest will be good. Okay. Let me make sure. Is that covering it? Uh-oh, it looked crooked. I thought it was straight. Yeah, you're supposed to store in dark container. I didn't do that. Okay, we're gonna leave this on until it cools off. I pressed it right up against those. Okay, we're taking this off. It looks pretty good. But I gotta let it completely cool, because it's taped down. It's not like I can just barely lift it off. See how impatient I am? Baskets is blowing. Oh, I just had an idea, guys. If you wanted a distressed look Like a lot of people do want a distressed look. They give a picture of a t-shirt. How can I make it look like this? You know what you could do? You could distress the sheets. I've not done it except for, in this project it kind of did. And by rubbing it, but maybe if you like rub it real good, like rub some of the ink off, or even do wet it a little bit, kind of mess it up. And we're gonna try this. We'll do it on a little sample, not today, maybe tomorrow. We could do it on a little sample and distress a piece of this to see what it looks like. This darker color would be pretty that way. Or the red. I haven't tried the red yet. That's a great idea. I'm going to try it. Because a lot of times we want a distressed look. We don't want it to look solid. So maybe we could do a piece and wet it a little bit. Maybe we could sprinkle it with some water first and see what happens. Or just like rub the edges of something. Wouldn't that be fun? No, I would have never have thought of that if I didn't make this mistake. Heather says this would be a good time to walk away and do housework or a second craft. You're right. Okay, where'd my tweezers go? Here they are. I'm using the large Easy Press. I just want to kind of undo the tape. Let me take this off. This one's a little distressed too, but it looks cool. Now it matches the other side because this one was out the same day as this one because we cut them the same day. But this one I didn't touch as much, but it did get touched because I touched it to do each one. So this is why they say not to touch these as much. It kind of looks like my fingerprints on it, doesn't it? But it still looks cool. But it does kind of look like my fingerprints where I touched it. So I really thought, as long as your hands are clean and dry, it doesn't matter how much you touch it. And I was just proven wrong. So make sure you don't touch it as much as possible. Or wear gloves. But I do like this. I do like the look of it. But every time I have used this before, this comes up clear. You know what? Do we have time? Oh, we have like 10 minutes. You guys, I'm going to not stealing. Here, we're just going to do it on top of this one. I want to do a sample and see if this turns out differently on the white. And maybe if it's this tote. And this did come off a little bit on the paper underneath. So it did maybe even lighten that just a little bit more. But it's a distressed bag. Okay. We're gonna just do this real quick. What do we want to do? Awesome. Okay. I should probably lint roll this a little because this has been on my desk for a week or so. We're just going to do this real fast. We're not going to pre-do it. I've already done it once. We're just playing. I'm not reading the directions for the sample. We're just going with it. Because, it's a sample. And this is a second press for that. So we're going to see what that looks like. Yeah, I think the bag is kind of cool. And you know, anything Ronald has is cool. Yeah, wearing gloves may help. I don't like wearing gloves though. Oh, it's hot. See, this was the second press, and it's better on this, although it still has some of that, but that's probably where it pressed really good on the other. It even worked on the paper. So you can see that. See, this kind of looks, it's hard to tell on that bag, but this is the second press of that. Oh, thank you, Ronald. It kind of looks like it's supposed to look like asphalt, I think. And it kind of does. Does that look neat? Ronald, I would send you another bag, but I don't have another bag. Except for the one I did. That's cool. And see, stretches. There's nothing. And you see green on there because I just did the back of the green one. And look at the paper. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something of what to do and what not to do. Yes, doing a second press would look vintage. You can make it look more vintage. And I like my idea I had to do a distress look. We're going to do some of that and play around with that. And maybe make a distressed t-shirt or something. Because I do have a few t-shirts here to use. So if you're not subscribed already, subscribe. Click that bell so you know when I go live. Yes, Barbara, the sample piece is the same material as the shirts. Joan, Miss Superclutch says, with the fingerprints on it, it has that special touch. Because you can kind of see where my fingerprints were. But I think it would have looked better if I distressed like these corners and these edges maybe. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you possibly tomorrow and Friday at Michael's in the store live. I'm going to be live on YouTube and try to be live on Facebook, maybe even Instagram. All right, guys, love you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.